Well, when he climbs out of the car, they said, "Carson, what happened?" He said, "Well, when you're in the back with the squirrel, sometimes you get your nuts bit." And then he walked off.
Oh, God. And I'm glad I had not taken a swig of my drink right before you said that one, microwave.
That was good.
Great slider.
I'm Phil.
I'm Nilden.
Big slider.
I'm Raz.
I'm gonna bust his ass.
I'm Brandon.
Slide jobs by the dozen out here.
Hello, this is Thomas.
Here. Pisser.
I'm John.
Sit down the back straightaway for the final time.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
This is the Dirty Slider Podcast. Don't let a slider get your ass kicked. All right, welcome in everybody to another dirty session of Dirty Sliders. This is episode number 63, the split window session. We got 5 of the 6 here. I'm drinking a non-alcoholic hot chocolate. John's out with some work stuff, probably be out for a little while. I can't read that. What do you got, Nilden?
L. Smith 394.
Oh, that's a good one.
Sir. Mm-hmm. In collaboration with Hall of Famer Tony Gwynn.
Ale Smith does that peanut butter one too, don't they? Peanut butter.
Dangerous.
That's
dangerous.
It's like candy.
No, Thomas, if you have it,
Wow.
drink a 6-pack, but you'll have diabetes after the second.
And then they do the Mexican mocha one.
Maybe we should have a beer of the episode.
There you go.
We all get the same beer and I'll try it.
Yeah, you're gonna have to send me some San Diego microbrews because they don't have them out here for sure. Anyway,
no, you have the majors.
Yeah, the big 3.
Bud Light, and Miller.
There's Leinenkugel too.
You got Yingling out there?
Yingling, yeah. Anyway, World Outlaws.
Now that we're off topic.
Yeah, we started off topic.
Herbal.
So World Outlaws just finished up Volusia. Thomas, you got a few things on that one.
Yeah, I paid attention to it a little bit while it was going. I tell you what Volusia's done with that track over this off season. Those guys put on a pretty good race all year or all week long for the Gators. Saturday it was just heavy though. Holy smokes, guys were blowing through 3 stacks of tear-offs in a heat race. It was just bad muddy. The track stayed fast all night. They ran faster laps in the heat race than they had run the entire week through any event, qualifying anything. It tells you how wet they got that track before they prepped it. But it came down to Saturday night with a pretty good. Go ahead.
They were fighting wind issues, weren't they? Weren't they worried that the track was going to dry out with all the wind?
Well, at the beginning, they pushed a couple of dates because the winds were blowing the cars out to the walls. Yeah.
I seen Kenny Wallace posted a picture of a completely mudded out helmet.
No, pick a driver that was out there, man. All of them.
Yeah, that's not a fun time when you're getting peppered with mud like that.
No.
Didn't they cancel one night for too cold? It was too cold. Didn't they cancel one of the nights because it was too cold?
I know they winded out one night. I don't know about temperature.
Yeah, I don't recall temperature, but getting winded out, yeah. But then, so it came down Saturday night. Modifieds put on a good show. You had 3 of them battling there. Josh Kohler, Ricky Thornton, both those guys in Kohler cars, and then Kenny Strickler. We're all battling there for top 3. Strickler ended up getting hosed up in a situation. Came down to Kohler winning it, and then he also got the big gator for the modifieds. Ricky was second. It was really cool. And then for the World of Outlaws, Gravel got himself into a hole early in the week because he got toe tapped on coming down the front stretch and smacked the outside wall, bit the frame on it.
Yeah.
Oh, it looked bad, didn't it? It looked nasty.
Mm-hmm.
Never got upside down, but it looked heavy. Oh, man.
Well, he tacoed a frame.
Um,
Brand new
and it
one
just
race
shows
old
how
chassis done.
right.
Wasn't even a
It just
full
shows
race.
you. It just shows you the speeds and how snappy those things are. I mean, he got right reared in the left front, and it put the nose in the fence and banana clip. But it come down to Saturday night. You had Cole Macedo and Anthony Macri battling out for the Gator. Anthony Macri ends up winning Saturday night. Cole Macedo finishes third with David Gravel in second. That gave Macri the 2-point win over Cole Macedo. And then you've got a 3-dog fight tied at the top of the standings right now between Gravel, Buddy Kofoid, and Cole Macedo, all tied for first right now, leaving the Gators. So that could shape out to be a pretty good battle. We'll see how the rest of the season goes. I know it's kind of the first week, but it's way closer now than it was when it started off last year. So that's a good sign for the Outlaws. I think if they took
Yeah.
another season of David Gravel whooping up on everybody, it might be lights out for that thing.
Well, he is pretty good.
Hey, he is pretty good. It's really cool to see those guys when they get together for like Kings Royal or Knoxville Nationals, that kind of stuff, when you get both series. But anyways, earlier in the night on Saturday, one Carson Macedo found himself into a B main. Got jumbled up with some people. When he climbs out of the car, they said, "Carson, what happened?" He said, "Well, when you're in the back with the squirrel, sometimes you get your nuts bit," and then he walked off.
Oh God! And I'm glad I had not taken a drink of my swig of my drink right before you said that on microwave.
Oh,
That was
Oh.
good.
I think
It's
we
pretty
have.
funny,
I think we have our opening clip.
right?
Oh yeah.
Man, that was pretty good. But all in all, I think Volusia has done a damn good job with that track. It looks really fast and fun. Maybe a track we put on the bucket list for later on in life when we're doing some traveling. That was pretty cool. How far is that track from you, Phil?
About 30 minutes.
30 minutes.
Oh shit!
The Florida boys have spoken.
We agreed. So you know it's about 30 minutes.
Yep.
Who could have noticed that?
Well,
So yeah, I think we're shaping up to have a pretty good Outlaws season. I don't dislike gravel, but I hope that it's more competitive than it has been.
yeah, I agree.
I'm sure he's hoping the opposite of that.
Every racer in the world wants to dominate. Some a new upstart sanctioning body, NASCAR, something like that. They had their exhibition race this week postponed from Monday to Wednesday because of snow and sleet and ice. And I'm just going to go ahead and say it now. What a shit show of a race. Just when you have race cars and their average speed is 31 miles an hour, they were doing better speeds in the parking lot.
Well, Bowman Gray's a tight goddamn joint to get around.
Yeah, I agree. But if you watch highlights from that track, with their weekly racing, they call it Madhouse for a reason. It is smash them up, bang them up racing. And I was kind of hoping to see that develop with the Cup cars. And between the format, I think the format sucked. Why do you have a halfway break? Explain to me why you need a halfway break. The tires will last the full length of the race, and so will the fuel. What do you need a halfway break?
Obviously not.
Yeah, well,
Say that.
Well,
we can get that in a minute. I think that was a tactical error, but they had snow on the outside of the safer barriers. Well, as soon as they started racing, the snow would melt and running down on the track. Who could have saw that coming? I mean,
Helen Keller.
it's Ray Charles, Stevie Wonder.
Jesus.
Anyone
So-
that wasn't there.
and then they had sleet when they come back out after the intermission.
Yeah, and who was it they made was it Cindric? They made him put the rain tires back on. He switched to slicks.
No,
There was a few of
them. It was wasn't it the 77 car?
You're right. 77 car, Carson Hocevar.
Yeah, he went in.
But did they ever catch the 45 car? Because we watched him take tires. Did they ever catch him and make him go back?
Hocevar put the slicks on the car, made it back onto the track, and then they did the fuel stop break, brought him in. The 45 tried to put the slicks on, and then the 45 got caught, and then they routed out the 77, so he had to put his rain tires back on.
Mm-hmm.
Well, when you looked at the rain tires that went back on the 77 car, the sidewalls looked pretty fresh.
They were supposed to be the same tires.
All
You're not
heat and
accusing it.
banging
You're not.
everybody's been doing.
You're not accusing him of cheating, are you?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, man.
They
Yeah,
grabbed the wrong
not-
tire.
It was an honest
Sorry,
mistake.
guys.
Sure.
We grabbed the
Yeah,
closest
it was-
one.
I just grabbed the wrong tire.
Yeah, I accidentally sprayed Simple Green on him. I was just trying to clean the floor.
Well, you see, the ones we took off, we took a knife and put a hole in them, so we can't use those ones no more.
We hit
So-
him with a torch to check the pattern, and now there's a problem. Now there's a flat spot.
So on a full tank of fuel, those cars could do 300 laps. The race was 200 laps. And notable names ran out of fuel, Kyle Larson being the most obvious one. But there were others that were saying, hey, we're not going to make it. Probably all the Hendrick cars. And that just means that you...
car did run out.
Yeah,
Chase
Larson
Elliott.
did.
Chase Elliott also
Chase Elliott
did.
ran out.
So here's the thing. It's just like the small, we bitched about the small tanks on the sprint cars. But enough fuel in the thing to run the race. And if you want to cut it to the margins like they did and you run out of fuel, that doesn't mean you bring everybody else in. Oh, yeah, we're running out of fuel. Let's bring everybody in and fuel them up. No, you screwed up and you should pay the penalty.
I agree with that.
Your engineer misengineered.
Well, they said they didn't count on all the caution laps that they got. Okay, that's fair enough. But that was a choice you made. You chose to put light fuel in for better performance, and it bit you in the ass. And then NASCAR made the call to bring everybody else in, and so it unbit them in the ass.
Mm-hmm.
Bad decisions should have bad consequences.
Yep.
But I think I was looking forward to a competitive Saturday night bang 'em up race, coming off all the negative publicity with the lawsuit and everything else, and hopefully getting back to racing. But I think they dug themselves a hole even worse. The case to take the Clash back to Daytona is just stronger and stronger. I mean, we went to the one at the LA Coliseum, and it was a good time and everything, but it was not a good race.
No. Granted, the first year, it was a brand new chassis, brand new car, brand new everything. So, I mean, we had, 4 guys break axle?
Yeah.
That first year?
Mm-hmm.
And they-
warmed up, I had no idea.
And they ran all over the
first year,
top
the
of
race
each
was
other.
The best. The first year was the best, I think.
And they ran all over the top of each other at the LA Coliseum. They were.
Exactly. They were
If you
listening
wanna
to
do
carbon panels can take.
If you want to do a short track deal, do something, make it a true Saturday night deal. Bring them all and do a qualifying, do heat, draw pill draw, run your heat, run your last chance qualifier. If you didn't make the A main, guess what? Next week or next year, bring more because obviously you didn't bring enough.
Yeah, and I for the LA race, I think they really dropped the ball because they could have had a short track race at Irwindale, half an hour away from the Coliseum, and it would have been an awesome race. Irwindale's
reinvested in that facility.
Irwindale's a great track. It's progressive banking, so you can run inside, you can run outside, and it put on some great racing. I would have loved to seen Cup cars on that, half mile oval.
For me, the only Clash has helped, in my opinion, is that NASCAR is taking the money currently and reinvesting in other tracks. So like the Coliseum was over $1 million just to make the track to tear it back out. North Wilkesboro dumped $1 million in to revitalize that track. So if you're going to blow $1 million, let's do it on a local track that's already there. At least give it a last breath of life, a last hurrah.
Yeah, which
It's up to the locals to take care of it going, but we put the money, we made it back. It's back to what it should be, facility-wise.
well, they
for
wouldn't
that part of the country again.
they wouldn't have had to do anything to Irwindale other than just put up some temporary grandstands.
Yeah,
And
that's
safer.
it.
Hmm?
And safer barrier.
Yeah. No, doesn't Irwindale already have a safer barrier?
I'd have to double check. I don't think so.
I don't know.
Could.
But I mean, there's all kinds of tracks over there on that East Coast that they could have ran at. And some of the ones that just pop out and stick into my mind is like South Boston or Langley, New Smyrna. They're racing there right now with the Cars Tour. Like that could have been cool to mix and match that deal, right? Last year they did the Cup cars on Bowman with the modifieds. What if they brought the Cars Tour in with the Cup cars and did it at New Smyrna or something?
What track is it they run the Snowball Derby at? Is that New Smyrna?
No, that's.
I think so.
You think it's
They
New
run
Smyrna?
something. They run something at New Smyrna. They run something at New Smyrna. Here's
They're running
one.
New Smyrna right
You
now.
want to do a short track? You want to do a short track format? Charlotte has a short track setup.
Yeah, I mean that's the one they run. You talking about the one they run the Legends and Bandoleros and everything on?
Yeah, and the teams don't have to spend a shit ton of money towing somewhere.
I'll vote on Salem, Indiana. Salem's got
Ooh,
a
there's a good
bitchin'
one.
racetrack.
I mean, there's all kinds
Or
of
if
them. The only problem I'd say with the Northeast is the weather.
You mean like they had in North Carolina?
Which is uncommon. That was uncommon.
Yep.
Let's be fair. That's an uncommonly cold. I know you're sweating nuts off, but I got my windows open because it's hot here in SoCal.
What on Wednesday? What was the weather like in Daytona, Phil?
Cold, damn cold.
Yeah, but cold by Florida standards.
Uh-huh.
Well, I wasn't here in Daytona. But on Wednesday morning. Oh, last Wednesday. It was when I got up Wednesday morning to go over to the track. It was 28 degrees where I was in Orlando. I mean, there was ice on the truck.
Yeah, but they weren't scraping up, 9 or 10 inches of snow off the racetrack. They could have run the Clash at Daytona. Is what I'm saying.
But they had
Well, if you're gonna
snow.
run
Oh
the
yeah,
Clash
for
at
sure.
Daytona,
They had
it
snow
needs to be during
flurries.
Speed Week.
Well,
They had snow
Then it
flurries.
should be winners only.
and that's the case I'm making is turn Speed Weeks at Daytona back into an event. Make it a 2-week long festival where it starts with the Clash, and then you go into all the qualifying races and everything else, and turn it into a big deal.
Here's one for you.
Daytona's lost some of its luster since they took the Clash away, I think.
If they don't want to run the Clash at Daytona, go to New Smyrna and run them at New Smyrna.
The track they run the
Well, then you're
snowball
running
derby at is
two
Five
totally
Flags.
different cars.
Oh, you're right. Five
Then
Flags.
you're running completely different setups.
Yeah, but
those cars that ran the Clash are not running Daytona.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
saying if you already dragged shit down to Daytona, then you have to go back and forth twice.
yeah, but okay.
So you want to
the
talk about expenses?
same argument could be that when they run the Clash, if they tear up their cars, then they're ferrying cars back and forth. But I'd like to see it turn back into Speed Weeks again.
So a junior.
Speaking of NASCAR, I got a picture here to share. This one caught me a little bit by surprise. Jimmy Johnson is going back to his roots.
Let's go. Come on.
So he's going to run the Mint
He's going
4,
back to the desert, back to a Chevy.
run the Mint 400 in a what do you call it? A spec trophy?
Spec trophy spec. It's unlimited suspension, rear-wheel drive, 525 horse LS3 is what they generally are. The Mint has its own set of rules and its own names for shit because trophy truck is trademarked, but it's basically a trophy spec from the score days.
So
The 5100 series, 5100 class.
I'm gonna-
5100 would be the
Trophy was
class one.
5100 class in other series. I thought it was 5100 class.
I'm going
They'll
to
have to have their own name because they're not score.
I'm going to defer to Phil on this one. Has Jimmy Johnson ever run the Mint before this?
Oh shit! You got me on that, dude.
I don't think
But
he
I
has.
have no idea.
It's plausible.
Yeah,
Because the
but
Mint's been around forever.
Yeah, but he was when he was running off road, he was mostly a short course guy.
And you ran Baja too.
Yeah,
Yeah, he ran score, so it's possible.
Anyway, I have high hopes.
I'm going to Google. I'll be back.
I'll be honest with you. I'm gonna tell you honestly, the 400 is not like any other race. I mean, the 400 has just as high or higher attrition rate as a peninsula run in Mexico. The Mint is a son of a bitch of a race. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
really.
it's 400 miles, but is a motherfucker.
When it's 4 100-mile laps, right?
Yeah.
And they
But it's a son of a bitch.
and they bomb those cars and trucks.
On a
Yeah,
100-mile
like
lap, Jesus.
Yeah, and it's insane. The Mint is insane.
Yeah, it's a sprint race. It's not an endurance race.
Right.
So who's
And
going to
they- and-
Vegas? Let's go watch this thing.
Okay, yeah, they call it a trick truck. In
Yeah.
the Mint. But it's prepped by 91, which is Terrible Herbst, which is Vegas, gas and all that. And he's gonna go back and give him a little bit of seat time, and he'll be back at it. I mean, I'm not saying trophy trucks are easy to drive. Reading the terrain is probably the harder part than driving the truck.
Mm-hmm.
And that's something you don't forget how to do, in my opinion.
I mean,
I think he's got a shot. I don't think he's going to be a contender for a win, but he has a shot at finishing well.
he's known as a 7-time, Cup champion, but he was a dominant force in off-road racing when he came in.
Mm-hmm.
I'll root for him. I think the guy will do well.
Oh yeah. As long as his truck stays together. I mean, that's the key. That's key. I mean, all right, everybody knows that, I'm a diehard Robbie Gordon fan, all this bullshit. But the thing is Robbie Gordon, when he would when he shows up for an off-road race, one of two things is going to happen. He's either going to win it or he's going to break because he beats the shit out of his equipment. So that's, Robbie Gordon is a good driver. I'm not going to take that. I'm not going to take that away from him. But he beat, you beat your equipment to death, or your equipment doesn't stay together. There's nothing you can do on that.
Well, the thing with Robbie is when he failed spectacularly.
Well, yeah. Well,
If you can't
he fails a lot.
If you can't win the show,
Well,
be
we
the
just had
show.
Hammers, and only 2 people finished in time, and only 4 people finished the course. One of them being Max and Robbie.
How many entered?
Yeah. So what they did is they
30
put a block underneath
plus.
the throttle so he couldn't kill his car.
Possible, but still just to finish it.
Yeah.
This was the most brutal Kings race I've seen, because last year, Can-Am won the overall, and they're like, that's not going to happen again, period.
So
They made it rough this year.
did Robbie run that V8 UTV in the Hammers, or was he in a truck?
No. They ran
all right, so
he's in the UTV race, and then he was in a RPM, salt axle, rear, independent front, Ultra 4 car.
Nice.
That him and Max prepped themselves.
And
I think Max prepped everything. Guy just did it right.
and this is me being in a glass house throwing rocks, but Robbie Gordon's put on some weight.
He's allowed to at
he's
this
getting
age.
older. He's getting older.
That's why you get an 8,000-pound trophy truck, because you know what he don't care about? Another 20 pounds around
Weight.
the waist.
Exactly.
Speaking of old fat guys getting in trucks, Dodge is coming back to truck racing, and Tony Stewart, Smoke, is getting back in a not getting back in a truck because he's never driven a truck before this. He is a rank rookie in Craftsman truck.
That's going to run up front.
You guys see Kyle Busch is going back too?
I did not see that.
Kyle Busch is going back with limited season with Hendrick.com sponsorship.
That's
So,
interesting.
How long do you think it's going to be before Kyle Busch is done in NASCAR and goes back down to one of the lower series full time?
What his son is?
That's a very real
I
possibility.
think when Brexton hits trucks, V Motorsports will come back.
Well,
Yeah, I'm talking about Kyle Busch himself.
I say I see what Neil's saying. Is when his kids starts racing in trucks, he's going to go race with him.
Yeah. Okay. I got you. All right.
He'll stink up as long as he can.
I will say this. I think this is Kyle's last year with RCR.
If they don't get any results, yeah. I think he'll step out and be like, I'm going to do my performance clause or whatever he has.
I think his contract's up. I'm not sure. It's been, what, 3? This would make 3 years.
This is his option year that RCR picked up.
Yeah. Just
kind of surprised that RCR picked it up. He's not really performed very well.
Okay, but who are you going to put in that seat?
Yeah. Nobody is in that over there.
Well, let's see. The way he's been running, you could probably get a mid-packer and put him in that seat and do just as well for less money.
But I don't think it's him.
I don't think it's him. I think it's RCR, to be honest with you.
Again, I still go back to, I mean, how much are they paying Kyle to drive a year? You could pick up a mid-packer for a percentage of the cost.
He could put his other grandson in.
You put a mid-packer in that car that Busch is in, and then it's going to run a solid 5 to 10 positions lower than what it is right now.
Maybe.
Kyle Busch is doing more justice for that car than the car's doing.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. I used to be a solid dyed-in-the-wool Kyle Busch hater, but he got a lot of humility when he couldn't get the sponsorship to get back in the Gibbs ride. You know, basically
Mars dropped him, and he went.
Yeah, I think he became a lot more humble. He's still a cocky race car driver, but you know what? Every race car driver is cocky. But he stepped away from that smart-ass villain role that I think a bunch of people were telling him, hey, NASCAR loves that. Keep doing that. Do more of it. And then when it came time for sponsorship, they went, oh, yeah, those sponsors don't like that crap.
Truth.
And I think Kyle's good for RCR because he has experience and knowledge, and he's kind of helping them.
He came from a tier 1 operation to go, this is what you're fucking missing, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
he's been there 3 years now, and they haven't made it any better.
I think that there's a lot of headwinds there. I think number one is Richard Childress Racing being in Welcome, North Carolina. They're far enough away from the Charlotte, Mooresville area where you're not going to get the top tier talent. You know, it's the same problem that Petty had. You know, you're far enough away from Charlotte where, you know, your really good guys are going to stay where most of the teams are. So
the only team we've ever seen to be competitive and be outside the area was Front Row. And that's because they just put up the bucks.
Well, Wood Brothers.
Well, Wood Brothers in the last decade, it's flash in the pan.
Yeah.
Not consistent. I mean, they do get a super speedway.
They've traditionally done well at a super speedway. I don't disagree with that.
I mean, Furniture Row.
It's been consistent all over. It was Furniture Row.
Well, Furniture Row's the last team. Furniture Row's the last team not named Penske, Hendricks, or Gibbs to win a title, and then they shut their doors immediately afterwards.
Because they got charged out.
Because Gibbs fucked them.
Kyle, I guarantee he was crying.
Yeah, but they fucked him over big time.
My partnership team is faster than my main team. We can't have that.
Right, and I think that's exactly what happened. And oh, by the way, if we shut it down, we can steal your driver too.
Mm-hmm. Hey, we need another driver.
Yeah.
I mean, for sure, I think it's going to be the truck series. I think is going to be fun to watch this year.
Well,
I mean, we have, especially at Daytona.
There's one Garrett Mitchell racing at Daytona in the truck.
Why is he important?
Yeah, you know, he brings eyeballs.
Because he has Crown Vics at Daytona? What?
No, that is not why he's important. It's because he has 4 million YouTube followers. The Lord knows how many Instagram followers. He brings eyeballs to the sport. He's great for the sport. I think he's
good eyeballs.
Yeah, he's
not Jake Paul eyeballs.
No, he brings he brings a race enthusiast. Now, they may not all be, circle track fans or all NASCAR fans, but they're enthusiastic about racing, his fans.
1.6 million Insta.
Yeah, 4 million on YouTube. He's one of the
Mm-hmm.
premier guys on YouTube.
He's going to be running the number 4 for
Yeah,
Nice Motorsports.
In a biffle scheme.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's. We'll share this later.
Yeah.
But there's the initial artwork. It's him, Pastrana are going to be teammates, along with a bunch of other people. Because Nice is not a small team. They are a top tier, top caliber.
What team is he driving for?
Nice Motorsports.
NIECE.
Back to Tony Stewart. I watched an interview with Kenny Schrader, and he said, "Yeah," he says, "I texted Tony when that announcer got made. He said, what'd they do? Hold a gun to your head?" And Tony responded, "Well, kinda." Let's.
You want money for that drag racing stuff?
Yeah.
Watch this.
I guess from what I gathered watching that interview, again with Kenny Wallace and Kenny Schrader, two guys who are known for not holding back on what they feel
And not caring.
Yeah, they both said that pretty much Tony had nothing nice to say about NASCAR once he left. He was
100%. I mean, he said, "Y'all are screwing us. You're left, right, and sideways. I'm out."
well, and even before he was out, he was making some noises like that.
Yeah. I mean, we've talked about it. He was the name partner, not the money partner.
Right. No, Gene Haas has more money than God.
I'd like to meet the guy so I can be like, "Hi, God, can you drop something in your wallet?
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah.
Can I follow you around for a couple of days?
I'll just pick up your scraps for a little bit. More than I do all year."
One of the people
Or is it Gene Haas?
one of the
Gene
people that,
Haas likes. Oh, all right. Go ahead, Raz.
Go, Phil.
yeah, go Phil.
Go, Raz.
Gene Haas lights $10,000 cigars with $1,000 bills.
One of the people that I help and hang out with at Chili Bowl works for Haas. And he has nothing but good things to say about Gene Haas. He said he's a fantastic guy to work for.
That's good.
I've heard the same thing.
But that deal that Stewart's
Well-
doing with Colleague and all them trucks, I mean, that's a season-long deal they're putting together. They're going to have the high-profile drivers in and out of those seats. And one of the ones that I heard rumored to be climbing into a truck later this year is going to be Casey Kane. He got his start last year with RCR and a Busch car at Rockingham, and he might get back in a truck this year. I think it's cool. I want to see that.
I loved Casey. I was a fan of his way back when.
I'd like to see Casey in a truck at a super speedway.
Mm-hmm. I think because he has his that medical thing under control now,
Seems to be.
or he knows his limitations on it at least.
Yeah. Speaking of medical things, the guy who retired from driving because he had medical issues, Brian Vickers, did you see he was in the news recently?
No,
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
His wife
Was
was
it
in
about
the
his
news.
Brian Vickers
He's
came out in the Epstein files.
well, yeah,
A
we knew
lot.
A
A
lot.
That.
lot.
Yeah.
A long time ago.
Because his wife worked for Epstein,
His
right?
wife was a recruiter
Yeah.
for Maxine, so
Think
Yeah,
he was trying to get some of that Epstein money for sponsorship.
he was a race car driver.
Hmm.
I mean, we have known to be unscrupulous to get funding.
Not that unscrupulous, though.
Yep. There's a
You
limit.
don't know how unscrupulous it is. You know there's something shady, but you don't know what it is.
Yeah. Get ready, Thomas. They said that the Epstein files came out that Prince Andrew is stepping away from his royal duties to spend more time with the kids.
You okay, bud? You okay there? Drink your drink. You okay, bud?
Jesus Christ.
Well, I think you broke him. On that one.
What the fuck is it going to take for you to leave the kids out of it? God damn it.
Hey, I don't make the news. I just report it. All right.
Uh,
Well, Thomas, you know why a priest can never win a race,
Nope.
right?
Shut up, John.
No, why, Neil?
Oh, we'll wait.
There
They're
we
always
go.
coming in a little behind.
Oh,
Jesus. All right, the
Oh, my
podcast has gone off the
God.
rails. This may be our
Wow.
last
Glad I took the
episode of That
headphones
Makes
off.
Well, we
the
started
Air.
at 30 seconds in
We
being
are
off the
about to
nerds.
get banned by YouTube.
No, just the Catholic Church.
Oh God.
Wow.
I think I'll
Lord
be all right.
forgive
Lord,
him.
when
He
you
knows
zap
not what he's
us, make
done.
sure you hit him first. Damn, dude, that one was bad. Like that one. You almost
Is that our
topped
next
Raz
clip?
on
That'll
that
just be
one.
a bleep on a short.
Oh,
Uh,
that was bad.
It's a good old
Ugh.
Michael Jackson and J.C. Penney.
If you're gonna
All right,
alienate like three
let's
of our
get this train
listeners.
back on track.
what do you got there? What do you got there, Thomas?
The fucking match to light his ass on fire.
All right, Neilden, or not Neilden, Phil
Sure.
Yes.
actually did some racing this last week.
Well, I don't know if I'd call it racing. I went to the Snowbirds down in Orlando for the Radio Control Snowbird Nationals, a week-long racing RC cars.
Toy
I did-
car racing,
did.
huh?
Yeah, you know what? Toy cars. And hey, just remember this. They're all toy cars because it's disposable income. Your car's a toy car. Thomas's car is a toy car. But yeah, we went out there. We raced on Tuesday. I just looked like a bag of assholes. I could not get the handle figured out on the car. I spent all day Tuesday just rolling the car over every turn. And then on Wednesday, I said, well, I'm going to do the opposite of everything I think is right. And son of a bitch if it didn't work. Then I spent
Well, you weren't wrong.
Wednesday. Huh?
But you weren't wrong.
No. Just did the opposite of what I know is right. And then got the car handling pretty good, and then spent Wednesday and all two test sessions on Wednesday getting the line figured out, and one test session on 1 2-minute test session on Thursday morning, and I did okay. I ended up qualifying overall. I think I was overall 15th out of 22 on qualifying, and then the B main is, as Raz remembers this, in RC racing. The B main is just a controlled demolition derby, and I working my way up through the field, every time I went to pass guy for the transfer spot, I got wrecked. So I ended up finishing 5th in the B main, which did not qualify me for the A main. So yesterday I got to sit around and be a spectator, and it was really cool. I'm making an annual pilgrimage. I bought another car that I'm going to take for next year. I'm going to go run probably
many are
2,
you up
maybe
to?
3 classes. 26.
Small village, huh?
This
And
This-
just say you can't afford planes.
this started what, a year ago?
Yeah. Well, actually, but the car I bought yesterday, the car I bought this past week is one of the factory team drivers' backup car. So it was an $850 car I got for $350.
So my counterpoint to Brandon with the toy cars thing is, as I contend that RC racing is real racing. They're real race cars. They're smaller, but you have every element in RC racing that you have in full size racing. You spend too much money.
Yep.
There are setup decisions that have to get made. You have equipment that you have to maintain. You have to do the upgrade parts, or you're not going to be competitive. You have the race car driver egos, and the bitching, pissing, and moaning the race car drivers do.
You got Kens and Karens.
You have the arguments and sometimes the fights.
Yes, true.
You have shitty purses.
There is no purse.
Yeah,
You don't get paid. You're racing for a trophy, and
Yes.
that is it. You spend thousands of dollars to go get a piece of plastic.
Well, it's more fun getting in the car and holding the steering wheel, and it seems a little bit more fun.
Well, you know what? And you're right. I enjoyed both of it, but right now,
The chances
we all
of
know
brain
why.
injury are less.
That's the only form of racing I can do. So I choose to do the racing I can do.
I don't think it's cheaper at this point since you have 26 cars.
Oh, the herd's gonna get thinned out. I'm selling all my Euro trucks. I'm selling
All his Euro trucks, not his Euro truck.
Euro truck singular, no. It's multiple.
I'm selling all. I got 3 Euro trucks. I'm selling them. I'm selling my bomber. I'm selling the M chassis. I'm selling the B61. I'm selling 2 of my 5 mini Z's. I think the only thing I'm going to keep is I'm going to keep I've got 3 NASCARs. I'm going to keep all 3 NASCARs. I'm going to keep the Traxxas modified, which is basically an IMCA modified. I'm going to keep the low C sprint car, which is the wing sprint. I'm going to keep my 1RC asphalt modified and my midget, and everything else is going. Everything else is going to get sold. And I'm keeping and in this, none of Blake's cars are counted in what I have as a stable for cars. Blake's cars will never get sold.
Oh, properly.
The here's the weird part is Phil and I were racing RC cars at the same tracks at the same time. This was what, 94, 95. And
No. It was after 97 because I didn't get transferred out there until after 97.
okay, so we were racing the same cars at the same tracks at the same time. Did not know each other. I got into a dwarf car, and that's pretty much how we met.
Yeah, that's pretty much how we met. That's true. Same thing as Roy and I. Roy is one of our buddies on a different in a different chat area. He and I were on the same base. We were at Camp Mercury over in Volusia. We walked by each other, never said hello to each other, never talked to each other, and we're close friends now. We met each other after I retired and after when Roy was on his way to retiring, and we became very, very close friends.
We need to
Small
bring
world.
him on one night because that'll be entertaining.
Oh, good God.
So get a midget on
good
here.
God.
You got to get him
Get
a
a-
booster seat so we can see him in the camera.
Ooh. Well, he is a race car driver. Not right now. His cars are in pieces, but he
Well,
does
so's
have
the
race
rest of
cars.
us.
My cars are in all in one piece, and they're still drivable.
I will say this, though, completely off topic that we were talking about bringing people on here. Christy Barnett reached out to me, said it'd be cool if we got her and a couple of female racers and had a female racers podcast come on for a night.
Get her done.
Get it done. Christy,
I
if
got a
you're
NASCAR
watching
chick we
this,
can bring on.
let's do it.
That's making her return to NASCAR this year for ARCA at Daytona. One of my friends
Who's that?
back home.
Deegan.
My friend Allie, she's going back. No, not
Oh.
Deegan.
Well, she is though. Running Arco again.
No, I'll
We're
hold my
not
reservations.
famous enough for Hallie Deegan to come on our podcast.
Hold on. Hallie.
Let's see. Wednesday starts back up at Daytona with the duels, or is it just qualifying
Qualifying.
Wednesday? No, duels are on Thursday.
And duels.
Duels are Thursday.
So
Qualifying
qualifying
practice
on Wednesday, duels on Thursday, truck race on Friday, ARCA race on Saturday, and Cup cars on Sunday.
Xfinity's on Saturday too.
No, Xfinity and ARCA on Saturday. Doubleheader.
Yeah. Xfinity, that's what I'm saying. Xfinity, it's the doubleheader on Saturday, and then
So-
the 500.
That's gonna be a good weekend.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
Football's over, so I can actually have my TV back.
Well,
You
now
think
that
Brad
football's out of the
Keselowski-
way, we can get back to racing.
You think Brad Keselowski's able to drive?
He has said he'll be in the car for
cleared.
Daytona.
He got cleared.
He was cleared before the clash. They just didn't want to risk it.
What was
He
wrong
doesn't have
with
his
him again?
license though. He doesn't have his license.
Well, because he didn't get medical. That's why he didn't have his license.
But
It was
what
his medical
what happened
failure.
with him again?
He broke his leg.
Slipped
Oh,
on
that's right.
ice
Oh, that's
getting
right.
out of the car at a ski resort.
Not even doing the fun
But
stuff.
they said he's been cleared. He did a test, and they said that NASCAR cleared him. At least that's what I read. Of course, we know Abraham Lincoln said that everything you read on the internet is true.
So, Brandon, I'm putting it on you. Let's put together the female podcast. It would be awesome if we could do it next week because put it on Valentine's.
Oh, well,
I'll
he
get
does
with
have a
Christy
soft
and see
heart.
if she's got some female racers in mind.
Hey, are there any female racers from Verona that would come on?
So I was about to say we could try. The third one might be the tough one to get. Okay, but you get Christy, potentially Marcy McCown from Verona, and then maybe we are able to get one of Donnie Schatz's nieces, if not both of them, because they both just ran the super late models at Wild West Shootout. And that would basically
That'd be
cover three
cool.
different generations, right? You've got Christy and then Marcy and then the two nieces.
Okay, get her done.
I say
2
make it
thumbs
happen,
up from the
Kevin.
not so fat kid.
Well, if that's all we got, then
Who's got the socials?
I have the socials because I said I was going to have the socials and actually have my shit together this week. You can find us on Facebook on Dirty Sliders.
Stop showing off.
You can find us on Facebook at Dirty Sliders, Instagram dirty.sliders, Twitter or X at Dirty Sliders, and Patreon is back up after being down for a hot minute. Patreon.com/Dirty Sliders Podcast. We definitely appreciate any social media support. You can find some merch on Patreon, or you can support us for as little as $1. Like, comment, subscribe. It will help the algorithm. We got a little bit of help with the algorithm this week. We really appreciate it. And let's keep it up. Let's make this into something big.
Let's
Thanks
do it,
everybody
boys.
for tuning in. Appreciate y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Good night,
Remember,
everybody.
Subscribe, click the like
Later,
button,
boys.
share, do all that stuff.
Thomas, you
Leave your
recover
kids'
from my
jokes at home.
you recover from my joke yet? Good
Leave your
night.
fucking jokes at home.
Good night.
You okay, Thomas? You all right? We'll go up with something for next week.